Today we're going to go ahead and talk about an unpleasant subject, but one that some of us might need some help with as we roll into the new year, and that is a hangover blend. If you are a person who likes to occasionally imbibe in some alcohol and party up the night on the New Year's, then this might be for you. These blends are also really helpful for people when you're just not feeling very good. So it's not just for hangover times. But I thought I'd go ahead and share a little bit about these essential oils, why they work, and even if you are experiencing nausea from just like a normal thing, these blends might be really helpful for you. So let's go ahead and talk about what is a hangover anyway, right? What is that? What causes it? How does it happen? And the Mayo Clinic actually says that it's an unpleasant group of signs or symptoms that occur with overuse of alcohol. And we actually don't party on New Year's or really any time. We're pretty boring. But I do know I've got friends who called me and asked me, hey, what can I do for, this situation or things like that. And it's just never pleasant. So what are some of the ways that a hangover manifests? There's a lot of them, actually. So you can get severe alcohol poisoning and actually toxify your body pretty badly. If you're having any symptoms of drinking too much, then you're going to probably feel some of this. So headaches, fatigue, anxiety, nausea. I know some people have had the room spin, forgetfulness, your mental fogginess is really extreme in a lot of cases. Stomach aches, vomiting, doesn't make you want to drink, does it? But if this happens to you, I've got some helpers. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these essential oils that I have here and why they work actually on the body. Another thing I want to mention too with alcohol use, and this is a lifestyle thing. Some people drink often, some people never drink, some only occasionally. But alcohol is a neurotoxin, and it's just not good for you, no matter which way you slice it. It's just not. It's terrible. But one of the things that alcohol drinking does is it affects your REM sleep. And your REM sleep is that state of sleep that happens in the later part of the night where you're dreaming and your psychology, your subconscious is able to process the memories of the day, sometimes of the months. And it's a time where we actually need this. People cannot survive for very long without sleep, and our REM sleep is very important. That time in the early morning when we tend to wake up in the middle of the night around 2 or 3 or whatever, that's the period of time where our minds are supposed to be getting that deep REM sleep in. And so if you're missing that, or if it's disrupted often, that can really take a toll on your body and your mind. So anyway, that's for another topic for another day. We can talk more about sleep if you're interested in that. It's one of my favorite topics because I've struggled with sleep literally all my life, even from when I was a kid. But anyway, today we're talking about what to do if you don't feel good, if you've had a little too much to drink, or maybe if you're just sick. All right, here we go. So the first one we're going to talk about is peppermint. I love peppermint. Peppermint is one of the best ones for reducing gas and bloating. It soothes muscle tension. It tends to relax you while also uplifting your mind. It clears your head. And I really love peppermint to use in certain remedies, especially for what we're talking about today. All right, next up, let's go with lavender. You guys, if you have any essential oil in your cupboard at all, you should have lavender. Lavender is one of those essential oils that has such a broad range of use. And I'm going to be honest, I actually have learned to love lavender. I didn't used to really like it. Like I'd smell it and I'd just go, meh, it's okay. But now I understand the chemistry of what's going on with lavender, the linyl acetate, the way that it calms the body. I really love lavender now, even though it's still not my favorite scent. I just love it. And so it's definitely one that we always have around. Lavender relaxes the body. Whenever you're not feeling well, generally there's some muscle tension going on. This is very relaxing. Lavender also can relax or ease the shakes, okay? So if you're a person who gets shakes or tremors, then lavender actually can help as it acts on the nervous system for those kinds of issues. It also relieves tension. So if you're a tense person, or again, if you've got anxiety, lavender is super, super helpful. And it's primarily due to those two chemicals I just told you about. All right, next up, let's go ahead and talk about lemon. Another one that I just love. Lemon is amazing. It brightens your mood. It's uplifting to the emotions. It's relaxing to the spirit as well. It boosts alertness. It helps with mental clarity. Lemon is another one like lavender that I just always want to have around. The other nice thing about lemon is this. If your body is experiencing inflammation, which comes with drinking too much or being sick, lemon essential oil actually contains D-limonene, and D-limonene activates your white blood cells, and that boosts your immune system. So smelling lemon can really be helpful for that. And I just want to say, I'm going to share a diffuser recipe blend, or actually we're going to make a roller bottle in just a moment. I'm going to give you a recipe. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about 3 more essential oils. And I just want to share a little tip. These 3 essential oils, peppermint, lavender, and lemon, these 3 are wonderful to have and combine for different kinds of situations where you're going to experience anxiety, potentially, or where you might be stressed out, or where you may be feeling a little bit ill. Just take these 3 simple essential oils and you can just combine them in equal parts and inhale them. They're just lovely together. These 3 are 3 actually that I actually keep little tiny bottles in my purse, and I will take the lids off and just inhale them deeply, or make an inhaler out of them when I'm on an airplane or other kinds of situations where I just need to settle myself. So they uplift and they relax at the same time. Pretty amazing. All right, next up, ginger. Ginger actually is super good for nausea. It's got a nice, warming, deep, spicy, and also uplifting aroma. And if you do have a lot of nausea, combine it with a little bit of peppermint. Really helpful, okay? You can just inhale all of these and they're helpful. Many of them in fact all of these actually, you can dilute into some carrier oil and do a little belly rub. Ginger's good for that, peppermint's good for that, your lavender is good for that. So ginger is really helpful for nausea. If you're a pregnant person, and do talk with your doctor before you do this, you might just want to have a little bottle of ginger around and inhale it if you're not feeling too good in the mornings. Next up, we have rosemary. So if you have headaches, especially if you get a hangover or and it causes a headache with you, then what you can do is use some rosemary. Rosemary refreshes, and it helps the memory, it helps the mind, it calms things down. It's a mild sedative while actually being stimulating to the mind. And I love to combine it with peppermint for a temple rub in a massage oil. Super helpful. Next up is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, and this is Eucalyptus globulus. There's different species of eucalyptus, but sorry, I love smelling these. Eucalyptus actually thins the mucus. It helps you to breathe. It opens your chest. If you are not feeling very well, a lot of times we turn inward. Eucalyptus is more expansive, and it just helps to open you up. And I love eucalyptus for this. It helps with opening the airways as well as the sinus cavities and things like that. It just brightens your brain. Okay, so if you are dealing with fatigue, eucalyptus is another one that you can use. That can be very helpful. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to do a quick little recipe with all of these. What we're going to use for this roller bottle blend is lemon. We're going to use lavender. We're going to use some rosemary. We're going to go ahead and use some eucalyptus and some peppermint. I'm going to go ahead and leave the ginger out, but you could put some ginger in as well. Another essential oil that would be helpful is frankincense. It also helps to just open up airways, and it's really helpful and nice too. So this is a roller bottle. Now, other ways you can use these essential oils in terms of just not feeling very well is diffusion. You can drop some in your diffuser and breathe them in. You can inhale them straight from the bottle. I do that quite often for a number of different reasons, and it's very effective. You can put a drop or two of the oils in your hand, rub them together, and cup them over your nose and do some deep inhales. That's pretty effective for a lot of people. And I really love doing all of these things. You can make a little massage blend and do a little tummy rub. I would suggest maybe like a 3% dilution, maybe up to a 5%, but massage your abdomen if you're not feeling really well. If you are looking for more of a wake up, then with the peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary, lemon combination, you can go ahead and dilute that. I would say probably at a 2% and make a little neck rub. Rub it around your ears. You don't want to put essential oils ever in your ears, just around and on the temples. Okay, so that's some ideas there. And here's what we're going to do. This is a very simple recipe. We're going to do 2 drops each of these 5 essential oils. Let me take my I've got a little tiny funnel here. It's going to help us with the fractionated coconut oil that's going to go in this roller bottle. This is a 10 milliliter roller bottle, so it's 1/3 of an ounce. And just 2 drops of the peppermint. You do not need a lot of essential oil in here. It's very effective at a pretty low dilution. And we're going to do 2 drops of lemon. All right. We're going to do 2 drops of lavender. So yeah, if you're not feeling very good, this is when you can just whip it up. It's going to be very helpful. Other things you can do, 2 drops of your, what is this? This is the rosemary. I was going to say another thing that helps, that can help herbally speaking. We're not really talking about herbs today, but let me just share a little bit. And that is bone broth with your herbs. So you could put in some rosemary and some different helpers with your bone broth, but bone broth is really excellent if you're not feeling too well. And another thing that you can do too is make some beet kvass before any situation. And I love having it in my fridge. It's filled with electrolytes and it's very natural. And it's, of course, I make mine with beets. I have a couple of recipes on my website. I actually should make some with you guys here on YouTube because I do believe it's such a wonderful helper for just feeling good, basically. But it's another good remedy if you have imbibed too much. Okay, so there's my roller bottle. And again, if you wanted to, you could take a drop of ginger and add to this. You could get some frankincense. That would be helpful. Sandalwood is another one that could be very nice. Put your roller bottle top on and then your cap. Shake it up really well. I've got some labels here. I'm going to label this. And there we go. That's all there is to it. It's got a nice smell. By the way, I just want to mention here that even though this is a topical application, I sterilize my roller bottles before I use them because they're coming from China. And it really doesn't matter where they're coming from. You don't know what substances have been in them or how they're made, so I always give them a good sterilization. That includes my amber dropper bottles, any of those things. So I'm going to rub some back here. I am waking up. Not that I'm tired. But anyway, I hope you guys have a really great New Year's and have fun, be safe, and I hope you're excited for 2024 like I am. It's going to be a wonderful year, and subscribe, share. If you've got comments, you can leave comments below, and there we go. I hope this was helpful, no matter what you're doing, and I hope that you consider trying some of these wonderful essential oils for your health and wellness. All right, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead, and that's it. Happy New Year, and I will see you in a few days. Bye-bye.